All right. Welcome in, everybody. You are here and tapped in for the Saturday episode of Daily Bread, where there is action throughout the entire day, and it starts in 20 minutes, or it already started earlier for you if you bet on Liverpool versus Fulham or any of the other soccer matches across the pond. We appreciate everybody tapping into today's episode, powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be tapping in with them and sending them a DM. In today's episode, we'll start it off with the Premier League, then we'll get into the MLB, and we'll wrap it up with the MLS, the best bets for today. We are live on Twitter. We appreciate everyone tuning in there. Give us that like, retweet, and follow there if you already aren't. But if you want to be featured in the show, we always appreciate when our viewers give us a little bit of shade or slack. We're only 6 to 7 minutes late today, so we're not rushing greatness. Don't you worry about that. Just takes a little while. StreamYard button was spinning for a little bit today. You already know what it is. I hope you got your coffee, your sports book ready. Hop over to YouTube, jump into the chat. It's a beautiful Saturday to make some cash. Sosa, how you doing today?
Hey, man. Got drunk last night, and all of a sudden,
Congrats. All of first beer.
All of a sudden, all of Antonio Brown's music started sounding good. Might need some prayer. I'm not gonna lie.
You see the grandparents he had doing the dance on his timeline the other day? That was pretty good. That was real good.
Man, shout out to AB, man, the GOAT. Y'all might not like him. But
no, that first it was when I saw the Rolling Loud when it dropped the first day. I was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" Now I'm not even drunk. It started to get a little bit catchier and catchier the more you listen to it, which I don't know if that's a good
amazing.
Thing.
It's because it's fucking amazing. It's from a GOAT, man. Put some respect on his name, man. Got the viral dance. I can't wait till week 1. Everybody's gonna be doing it after they score. It's be fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, we gotta get AB here for something with Daily Bread. Get him just to do something for us. You know him; he's your boy, Sosa. You should be able to get in touch with him.
I wish. I mean, like I said, that's the guy, man. My favorite football player of all time. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I like him. What's wrong with that? He's one of the GOATs. You were a hater. You have 50 players better than LeBron 6 months ago. Kick rocks. But yeah, man, we look at the slate from last night. How about the
Yankees out?
The Phillies and Jose Barrios just completely destroying my night. I mean, yeah, not my best day yesterday. I can own that though, and because I know today's gonna be better. But Jesus Christ, just some crazy undertakings. Y'all decided to just start swinging the shit out of the bats.
I sent it's that time where it's in Billy Madison where he says you're all in big trouble now at the dodgeball. If this team gets any bit clicking before Bryce comes back with the way they're hitting, whew.
Did you see that amazing San Diego Padres lineup last night? I mean, wow. Amazing. They're just fucking
like that Yankees lineup as well.
A real murderer's row out there, man. Like, just I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's fucking amazing. It really is. Like, they're to get Soto and Josh Bell, and my goodness, what they score 1 run last night in the 9th inning? Oh, yeah. Oh, and they're 13 games back in the division. Oh, okay.
Yeah, from my MLB play yesterday, got the over 8.5 in the Yankees versus the Cardinals. Got a run scored in 6 different innings. The only issue was he scored 1 run in 5 of them and 2 in the other. Very painful way where they just couldn't have the breakout inning. It was wild where I just kept saying, all right, there's another one. I was like, bro, you're going too slow. We're not going to get there.
Bruh. Shit don't
But it is what it is. That's where the game. Let us do the work for you today. Give us that like, retweet, sub. We got plenty of action going out there. We got kick in 20 minutes, Sosa. So let's get into the Premier League action today.
The Premier League is back.
It was back yesterday.
Well, no,
it's really back today.
Yeah, but it's really back today.
Are you worried after that draw?
Bro, why are you bringing up old shit? Like that game is already passed. It's no longer an active fixture for today. Why are we talking about that?
Just a question.
I don't want to talk about it. I think that's going to be my response every time you bring up Liverpool for the entire season. I don't want to talk about it. Like I really don't. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not really pleased with the moves we made in the offseason. Anytime you lose a guy like Mane, it's not easy. Obviously,
Ooh, no Nunez faith.
listen. It's not that I don't have faith in him. It's just that managers like Klopp have, they not, I wouldn't say necessarily iron fist, but they always get the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
That's me.
Holy Jesus. Yo, you need to relax, James. For real. That's disrespectful.
That's a comparison I did not think I was going to wake up in here today. I would have said a million before that one. That's a good one. Hat tip to him there.
Right. But I mean, if we're going to discuss this game with match, which obviously we are, draw was not the result you're looking for, obviously. But again, it's going to be an adjustment period to new personnel. And I trust the coach. I trust the manager. I trust that we are in the I trust that he has a plan and understands how to execute it. And yeah, it's early on, but you definitely never want to get into situations like this against teams that you should bury when you intend on being in a title race. So yeah, the optics from the beginning look kind of shady, but for me personally, I'm not discouraged in any way. So let's get on to the games for today. Like you said, let's make sure people have ample time to get these wagers in. So let's get to it.
All right, let's get into it. We got 5 Premier League matches today to get into. Let's start it off with Tottenham versus Southampton here. You got Tottenham laying a heavy price in this one here. You got an over sitting at a plus, or over 3 at a plus 107. So this is an angle where personally I think Tottenham win this match 3-0. I'm not trying to lay a goal and a half here. I don't think this is a potential hungry dog spot. So that's where I think if it ends 3-0, you have to back the Tottenham team total over 2.5 at plus 138. That'll be the first play of the day. And so I'm not even waiting. I got an anytime goal scorer as well for you here. So throw a quarter of a unit on it. I think Kuleveski for Tottenham will get them, playing on the second of the triangle up top for them, next to Son and Harry Kane. All the attention to them. Kuleveski sitting at plus 270 on the book I'm on for an anytime goal scorer. So I'm going to put a quarter of a unit as well. Horse race.
I love that angle though, because like you said, everybody's heavy on Son, everybody's heavy on Kane, and them to score a goal holds no value. They only hold value with being a first goal scorer. So I absolutely love the angle, and obviously we're not going crazy with the bet, but I love it. I love the.
Yeah, I'm also on the Tottenham team total over 2.5. Like I said, 3-0 win. You can play that exact, but I'm not trying to get into an exact score. So there's two matches the entire season I am not going to bet on, just because I'm going to sit back like that meme with the pillow on my lap and watch Wolves versus Leeds, because you got the club versus Aronson out there today. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy that one. You have almost not evenly priced game. You have Leeds as slight favorites at plus 145, Wolves at plus 212 on the money line. You got a total sitting at 2.5, kind of evenly priced there as well. So you got anything for this one here?
I like both teams to score at minus 125. Just based on the personnel that's playing, low expectations from both teams personally. I expect both teams to score. I think it'll be it'll be a pretty wide open game. I don't know about you, but I think that I expect some level of offense from both sides.
Well, what we've seen from Leeds last season is regardless of who you play, they kind of make you play in an open game. Already coming in, he missed it. Both teams to score here. That's kind of where with Wolves, without Jimenez up top, they have Wang, who's pretty solid as well, and Neto could be an option to score as well. And then you got Bamford back for Leeds as well. So you like it there with Adams and Aronson in American midfield with Jesse Marsh there. It's just basically your new American club for anyone trying to jump on a Leeds side. But I like it here. I don't know if the over 2.5 comes through, but I can definitely see a 1-1 draw because if you were like me and watched Wolves last season, they scored 38 goals and I think they gave up like 42. It was like ancient soccer to watch the way they played the counter-attacking where they had nothing going with Jimenez being out for most of the season. They just had nothing going up top. Hopefully Langs gets some new juice going up top. The under 2.5, and so both teams to score could still pan out perfectly. So let's hope for the 1-1 game here.
Yes, sir. I love that.
All right. Whoa. All right, next game. I know the next two are, then we'll get to the 12:31 at the end. I got nothing in Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. Sosa, do you got anything there?
Absolutely not. You knew the answer to that already. No.
Just making sure. So the angle, if you've been rocking with us last season, this has been going against it. So I'm going to be fading some steam here. But when I get the away side favored, so they just have to be laying that little bit of a minus price. So as that hits true for Aston Villa today, they're right at the even or minus 105 price. You saw it this morning with Liverpool. If you waited 15 to 20 minutes in and hit that live over 2.5 when the away club is favored in the Prem, the over 2.5 comes through. So that's where I'm going to be taking the over 2.5 at plus 114 and Bournemouth versus Aston Villa here. You could potentially look at the both teams to score if you want to go a different route here. But with the plus money price, I like the over 2.5 at plus 114. So 3 plus money plays in the Prem to start off the Saturday slate.
And this is why we do the early start so that you can make this early money. And that's the best part about Daily Bread. We hit you from every single angle. So yeah, 3 places.
Chelsea versus Everton. Anything in that one before we get into the MLB?
No, I have an Eredivisie play. I'm lying. I don't have any Dutch soccer.
I was about to say, you said it pretty well. I was very impressed with the pronunciation there.
Oh, I'm real good with
Maybe
words.
you should become the host, man, because trying to say all these names and teams, I figured out I said Luton wrong because I was thinking of Jake Luton during the one episode when, yeah, if you have those two names stored in your brain, there's usually something wrong with you.
Eredivisie, huh? Ooh.
That's a good Diamond Club joke from my man Andy right there, or from Kevin Link there about Andy. Chelsea just has me wanting to kind of lay the Asian handicap here, but I'm not someone who lays the minus price there. They're minus 170 on the money line. I don't think Everton score.
Raheem Sterling to score a goal. Plus 220.
Isn't that tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Odds will you'll probably get worse odds tomorrow.
Well, let's get to the MLB. We got Everett coming in here with his
That's
Go
Ev.
Yanks.
That's Ev from I believe that might be Ev from Facts and Stats. I'm not sure though. I don't think he's a Yankee fan. He's got the same name though. It's true.
But where are we starting in the MLB slate?
In Major League Baseball today, we're going to the Los Angeles Angels Seattle Mariners game. I got to give out the play first because it's a little bit of juice on it. It's at minus 130, and it's the Seattle Mariners first 5 run line at minus half a run. I don't usually like to give out anything higher than like 130, 140. But given how poorly they played last night, I expect it to be an elite bounce back spot, and I expect Seattle to smack the shit out of them today. That's my firm expectations. If you can shop around and find a better price, probably on Caesars, maybe MGM. But I do really love the Seattle Mariners in this one for sure.
Yep, that's one of the 2 doubleheaders on the slate, and they're the squad that woke up late last night, like the bottom of the 9th late, right?
Yep. And that's to start with Kirby. If I didn't check to see that there was a doubleheader, but the game featuring him is the one I'm focused on here.
Where are we rolling for number 2?
Number 2, we're going to go to the Phillies versus Washington Nationals. Obviously, Patrick Corbin is starting. He's allowed every team in the last 5 starts to accomplish their first 5 team total. The Philadelphia Phillies first 5 team total at a minus 125. The value's there. And I mean, it's Patrick Corbin. Worst contract in all of professional sports at this particular point. He's absolutely awful. The only reason he's still getting starts at the big league level is because nobody will take his contract. And Washington can't send somebody that they're paying so much money to the minors. It just ain't going to happen. That's the rules are the rules. He fucking sucks. So that is those are my first two. You have anything for baseball? Are we gonna are you sticking to footy for
No, there's some baseball action out there today. I was about to say the Corbin one, that would be wild if that one doesn't come through with how hot the Phils are rolling today, because that seems to be everybody's favorite play out there, kind of like the DeJounte Murray PRA at
Right.
this point. Corbin's just became that too big of a big name out there. But Sosa, you already know there's one bet out there today because someone's pitching.
Brubaker.
Our favorite.
See, because like that's we're doubling up in this game because that's where my third play comes from that game as well.
All right, let's hear your plays here because mine's kind of simple. The O's first 5 team total over 2.5 at plus 101, and then you can go the 4.5 at even as well for the full game. But I like to target the first 5 against our favorite player.
If you watched the game last night, the Orioles had a ton of base runners. Shout out to their bullpen handling business. It seems like they're going to be sticking around for the long run, man. Here in this wild card hunt, I hope that they continue.
Dude, I told you that they just made 1 or 2 moves just to try to build them up for 2 seasons, and that's where they didn't lose any. Like, yeah, Mancini was a big emotional piece.
Leaving. I thought that the Mancini thing would be more of an emotional thing, but this team seems really locked in, and the bullpen. Wow, the bullpen last night, outrageously good. I'm on the Orioles first 5 run line, minus half a run. It's at even money. You get it on DraftKings. That's that's like we're on the same page for the same reason why we're fading Corbin and why we faded Brubaker, because they make us money. I can't foresee the Orioles getting a bunch of guys on base again and not capitalizing. We also hit on Cedric Mullins stolen base yesterday at plus 270. I had somebody hit me up and ask me why I didn't do a recap, because if you actually watched the plays yesterday and you bet 1 unit on every single one, you'd be up like 1.18 units. But so it's still a profitable day. I just didn't feel like cutting the videos. So relax.
And this is where the Corbin angle.
Recaps. Don't be mad.
This is the first time we're doing a Brubaker first 5 team total. And I'm thinking about 3 or 4 starts because he's been cooking. We've been doing the first 5 team total, full game over. But this is where we're going back because they finally put that price off 1.5 extremely juiced. Now they ain't going to make the playoffs. They're building for the 2 seasons, 1 season away, maybe to make that wild card spot.
They're going to fight though. Like that's the thing. They're not going to be some pushover on people's schedules, because beginning
of the year, right at 500.
But again, that's right there in the wild card hunt. Like they're not
a lot better than last season.
But listen, the last 6 years they have the most losses in baseball. So they've been terrible the last 6 years. This part of the season, teams are pretty much packing it in. And remember, the Orioles were incentivized to lose on purpose, because if you're the worst team, you get the highest pick. Now their farm system is completely rejuvenated with young arms and players that can actually play at the next level coming soon. And there's no incentive to suck this year because you no longer get that. When you lose, baseball is converting to a lottery, like we've mentioned. So you can't justify just losing 100 games like you used to be able to 5-6 years ago. So they got to still try to win with what they have out there. So they're not going to be they're going to be an extremely competitive team the rest of the year. They're also the most profitable team on the run line all season outside of the Dodgers. And that's because they were dogs the entire beginning of the year, and they're going to continue to be dogs based on the matchups that they're going to get. They're going to get playoff teams, and they're still going to run off wins against those teams.
And the starting pitching aren't the names to write home about. And like you said, the bullpen has been taking care of business. So, yep, I expect them to finish right around the 500 mark. Maybe all the teams in the AL East will. I doubt it.
The obligatory Dodgers minus 1.5 or plus 125.
Shocked.
I know, right? Plus 1, like I said, if you're getting plus 125 on if you're getting plus money at any point on a Dodger run line, you have to take it. The rules are the rules. They covered it last night,
The rules are the rules.
night before, the night before, the night before, the night before, the night before. Then they lost, and then the night before. Like, if you're not catching the drift by now, it's fucking dumb to not bet the Dodgers every single day. But that's my last play in that one. Oh, and I really lean heavy towards the over in the Yankee Cardinals game.
Why? Because I bet it yesterday, and I'm a day early, like the Braves game a day before.
Exactly,
Bro, they fucking put up. I was at the fucking bar last night, and when I saw them put up 8, because of course in the New York area, I was just like, "You motherfucker!"
Who the fuck saw that coming? Like, what the hell?
But I was just sitting there, so I like it. Just a day early trend with directions
Exactly.
happening. More recent than not being a day too early.
Absolutely, man. And then also Herman's been bad. He hasn't been. He's been average. Then they're facing Montgomery, who they're very familiar with. Like they just traded him last week, so I expect both. I think both lineups come out here and put up some runs at over 8.5, minus 108. More of a lean for me. I'll probably bet it regardless. But another play that I lean heavily is the first 5 over in the Max Scherzer start. A lot of people are going to be very, very excited to bet the under 3.5. I think Scherzer or Fried gets shelled. These guys throw 100. It's hot as fuck outside. You know what I'm saying? I think one of them could give up a couple of dingers and that be a higher scoring game than we anticipate. I think people are expecting good pitching, but I think we get the complete opposite. The over 7, the over 3.5, both very, very valuable plays in my opinion. But yeah, we can move on to
one more.
Oh, go ahead.
One more play.
Go ahead.
This last time, I wanted to write to the books. Now I ain't one of those petty people that write to your books, ask for your money back. But Bundy, we fade him. I'm taking the Jays on the first 5 team total over 2.5 at minus 102 to wrap up the final place. The fade Bundy start. Sure, he has better numbers at home. He gave up 3 runs in his 5 innings, so we would have cashed the total, but they came in the top of the 5th before they got an out. So that's just where he put a lot of players on base, couldn't get it through. I like the Jays to get 3 in the first 5. So those are my 2 first 5 team totals. And then we'll get into Sosa's lock of the day. Do you have a parlay, actually?
No parlay today.
All right, what's your lock of the day?
For
MLS.
The Galaxy.
Yes, I actually do like that one. They're playing Sporting Kansas City. It's a good pick there.
I had no idea if they even fucking played today, but
plus 141 on the money line. We've been fading Sporting Kansas City very frequently on this show. So that was definitely one of the leans. I was going to say one of the official leans was them on the minus 0.25 at plus 109. Them on the draw no bet was too juicy for minus 131. But I'm personally going to stay off it. But I like where Sosa's head's at. And
oh, yeah. Let's go.
This is the first time in a long time, so we can't bet on Austin today. Wow. Minus 200 on the money line.
Oh, on the base.
They finally fucking caught on. How many weeks did it? I think this is the club's 22nd and 23rd matches of the season. They finally caught on to us, man.
Yeah, we've been exploiting them. So thankful for them. You know, the well runs dry. No other angle you like maybe like
no. There's not in the Austin game there. I mean, they're playing San Jose under the new manager. They've been a little bit more clean towards the totals. Before when they had Almeida there, they were just an over machine. They get like an over 3.5 at a plus 118 price. It's just I think it's finally priced a little too much in Austin's favor, and the total is spot on. But first play of the day. This one starts at 308. We're going to take the Sounders on the plus 0.5 at minus 105 on the road, traveling to Atlanta United here. Atlanta's just still a club that's still in the final, figuring their way out, laying a minus price against the Sounders. I'm going to basically die in this well here because the Sounders haven't been pulling out results recently. I think today's the day they finally kick back right. Plus 0.5 or the draw double chance for the Sounders.
Let's get it. I know you love those West Coast teams that
Second.
nobody's ever awake to watch. So
No, that game starts at 3 because
no,
it's in
I'm saying
Atlanta.
but a lot of their games start like late.
Dude, last night's game, I don't even want to talk about it. They had 2 goals in the 90th minute last night.
Imagine watching the whole thing. God damn.
Second play of the day, we're taking the over 2.5 at -127 in the DC United Red Bulls match here. DC United has been allowing clubs to score more than 1 goal, and I think 5 of their past 8 matches is more often than not 2+. The Red Bulls just got off a 5-4 crazy match since they're on the road, counterattacking side. Wayne Rooney's, I guess, got DC United a little bit more figured out at this point. I'm still not convinced there. I think we see goals over 2.5 at -127.
Let's go. I love it.
You can get the best team in the MLS today. So your LAFC, your other LA squad at +140 on the money line as well. A little trappy because you're traveling up to Real Salt Lake, kind of just like with the NBA, other than Vancouver. Probably the worst travel situation you've got there. So I got to stay off the LAFC number there because I don't know if Vela and the full squad will be playing in a spot where they have 1 game in hand with points, but I don't see them going full out. But that's going to wrap us up for today. The other lean would be Nashville on the money line at -120. I think Cantalia is finally making their debut for Toronto. So I think all the Italians will finally play for them. So Insigne might be on the pitch in Nashville today.
All right. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, that's what I believe we gave out. What a total of you did 5, right?
2 MLS, 2 MLB, 2 Premier League, and then the
6.
1 quarter unit. So I got 5. Yeah.
5. Okay. Yeah, I did 6.
Oh, we already got a goal in our over in Aston Villa versus Bournemouth.
Let's
Over
go.
2.5 at the plus money. We got a goal to start it off. I like it, and it's by the home side. So let's get Villa 2, and maybe we can cash a play before halftime.
Yes, sir. Extra dough with JD. Check out the playlist on the channel. Just get ahead of the college football game. Don't when we start running back footage from extra dough with JD, when those winners come throughout the season, just remember we gave you ample opportunity to get it on the books before the season started. Other than that, I got nothing. It's an off week for F1, so we're kind of cooling out. You know what I'm saying? No race this weekend.
It's the summer break. You just got all the news and all the shit boiling around with them there. That's really all you have with F1 right now. All the trying to become the NBA with the drama.
Coming off a double Mercedes podium, I guess it's the most positive point of the season. Because God knows, been fucking off all year. You know, if you're not first, you're last. Like, this is literally that season. It's literally the Ricky Bobby season for Mercedes. I'm sorry.
I gotta go watch Wolves versus Leeds. Anything else you want to say for the people? Tomorrow, we'll probably be coming at you a little bit later in the day, probably doing an MLB and stuff that's post noon type of episode.
Is there any question who the best team in baseball is anymore? Exactly. That's all. That's all I got.
All right. Well, we appreciate everyone tapping in. Like, retweet, sub, follow episode 292.
Like the video. Hit the thumbs